Hey YouTube, RootTube here. Today I'm going to make some homemade chili. I've already got my beans done. They've been cooked a little while. I'm using some tomato sauce that I had in the freezer, and if I need more I'm going to have some ones that I have jarred. And then I'm going to use a little bit of homemade salsa that I've jarred. I'm just got my pan on here, and I'm just spraying with a little olive oil so it doesn't stick. I'm getting it warm. And then I'm going to take, I don't want to get blood all over the place. Actually, I'm going to grab a glove. I think there's something, there we go. Right. We've used this chub of meat for a couple things, so it was in the fridge on a plate, and well, I'm not going to use all of this because I want to use a little bit for something else. So I'm going to make a big pot of chili. Well, for us it's a big pot of chili. And then if there's any left over, we're going to take it and jar it. So I'm going to set that there. Take this glove off. Try not to get blood anywhere. I am going to, boy, I swear, stuff comes out of the, it probably happens in your kitchen too. Stuff just like puts itself away. And it does it just to annoy you. I think it happens at night when you go to sleep. Okay, I don't know where this is. Okay. Gotta be around there somewhere. But I can't find it. So I'm just gonna take, let this warm up a little bit, break it up some. Okay. I want to cook it slow, at least at first, because I don't want it to brown too quick. And now we are going to give it some flavor. First things first, straight up salt. This is all to taste. I'm going to use a decent amount, but not too much, because you might want to use a little bit of better than bouillon on it. And then onion powder, or excuse me, granulated onion. Like I said, use whatever you want in this, because this goes to the taste of you. Well, not the taste of you, but granulated garlic. Alright, battery's going dead, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Replace the battery. And now I want to take a little bit of mushroom powder. This is homemade, so there we go. Little homemade celery powder. Some paprika. And some dark chili powder. You can use whatever kind you want. This is all I got right now. Of course, we're going to taste this after it's done too, to see how it is. And then I am going to take some of that 4-pepper medley I have. And just throw that in there too. There we go. There we go. Get this nice and mixed up and broken up. And you can break it up to however you like. Some people like it so it's small, some people like giant chunks. Kind of in the middle. But I'm sure I'll miss a couple spots and there'll be some big chunks in there, I can almost guarantee it. And I am going to get this ready because when it's all done, I am going to drain it in case there's a lot of fat in it. But I'm not going to squish it down because I don't want to squish all the juice out of it. I'm just going to spread this out, let it cook, and get everything else ready. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. Now, as you can see, I got a new helper. She wanted to be in here, so I went grab a chair. Alright, this is right where I want it. It's cooked nicely. It's just gotten all the pink out of it. So I don't want to get it so hot that I get all that fat out of it. I just don't want a lot extra. So I'm going to grab my pot holders. I got my strainer right here. And I'm just going to get that out of there. There we go. Oops. Just like that. Flatten that out, so I'm not going to squish it though, because I don't want all that fat to come out of it. I don't want to make it dry and flavorless. I just don't want the food to be greasy. I'm going to let that go for a couple minutes. And while that's happening, I'm going to get my bag of sauce in there. And some of this isn't 100% seasoned, so I really want to taste this just to find out. I got lazy in between and just cooled the stuff down and put it away instead of completely 100% cooking it. So it's fully flavored and just be heated up. There we go. So I'm not running back and forth. I'm going to grab myself a spoon. So I can try this, even though it looks like it doesn't have a whole lot of seasoning in it, so. Grab myself a spoon. I'm going to want this heat up a couple minutes before I try any of it. Okay, so. I think it'd be pretty gross if I didn't. I think there's some tomato. You can use whatever kinds you want. I think this has. I know it's got some tomato skins in it, so at one point, I don't know if it was ground down or just cooked down or what. So, but that's what an emulsion blender is for, or stick blender, whatever you like to call them. So I'm just gonna let this go for a couple minutes. Let this sit a couple minutes, and I'll be right back. Okay. Now, next thing I am gonna do. Move this down some, and I'm going to move this, and I'm going to take this, because it's just about completely done dripping. I'm going to set it right there. Right there. Now this, see, it's got a lot of fat and liquid in it. It's going in the fridge, or I might even start off putting it in the freezer. What I'm going to do, scrape that fat off after it congeals, and take the liquid that's in there and put it right back in that. So that's just one little thing I do. I'll be back in a little bit. Now, this is a quick one, but that tool I was looking for at the beginning so I could use it. It's sitting right here on the open. It didn't even occur to me once to look right there. I don't remember using it. Somebody might have, but I don't remember. I know I'm not the only person that has that happen. Okay, I'm back. I'm just getting a couple small things done while this is heating through before I can test it. First things first, I got my Ninja up and my homemade salsa. Smells pretty good. You don't even need to use salsa. It's just, this is one I like to get all them flavors in there without giant chunks. This is what I say. I've said it in a couple videos. It's good if you have kids that don't like to eat a lot of different vegetables, because you're going to use this as a flavoring. It's not going to be the main flavor. So most of them won't even be able to tell. And that's the same with adults too. So I'm just... Beautiful. That's right where I want it. This is starting to heat up nicely. Turn it down as low as it can go. Right. Smells good. See? Just nice. Now I'm not going to use it all because I don't want it to overpower everything. So I'm going to use about a third of it for right now. Like I said, this does have to be seasoned because it's only partially. And then I have a can of homemade paste that I made just in case I need it. So I'm just going to go by how much meat and the beans to see how much sauce I use. And like I said, there's a lot extra, which I kind of doubt. I'm going to can some of it or jar some of it. I'm going to grab my spoon, which I can't leave that there no more because I'm just going to eat it. Oops. Wow, that needs a lot of flavoring. We didn't put nothing in there. Yeah. I thought there was salt and stuff in it, there's not. Oh, that's strong. A healthy dose of salt. Sorry, couldn't find my oregano. Didn't mean to leave you hanging like that. Use a lot of that. I love oregano in sauce. And I'm going to use a little bit of Italian seasoning. I mean, it's just got a little bit of those extras. Plus oregano. And then I'm going to give this just a couple minutes. Let it melt a little bit. And plus, honestly, my canning stuff is behind the camera, and that's where the sugar is. So I'm going to have to shut you guys off and move you for a second before I put any sugar in this. So, I'll be back just a couple minutes. Okay, I'm back. I got this just about, I just put some sugar in, I got about tasted how I want. Now, first things first, like I said, these beans, we did ourselves. So the sauce isn't all salt and sugar, or the juice. It's from the beans itself. I want to try not to get any beans in there, but I want to get that sauce in there. It's like a bean stock, to be honest. I'm going to stir that up. Like I said, I actually, now that I really look at it, I don't think I'm going to have enough to can it unless I do some small ones for in case we have chili cheese fries or chili cheese dogs or something. Because I don't think there's going to be enough for a meal afterwards. But that's alright too. Like I said, we just put it in a nice container and stick it in a freezer. And now, at this point, I'm going to take my meat and I'm going to put that in there carefully so it doesn't fly everywhere. Oops. I want to make sure I don't get any of that grease or all over the place. And then that's what came out of it. I'm going to put that right in here. That's a little bit of fat, but that's not very much. Plus it's some juice from it. And now that I have that plastic thing on, I can stick it right back there. I'll start mixing this in. And I can let it cook for a while. You alright, sweetie? I think my assistant is getting a little... She hasn't sat in a kitchen chair in a long time. She wanted to stay in here and I didn't want to trip on her, so I thought I'd just let her sit in one of the old kitchen... Well, not really old, but one of the kitchen chairs we never use. Because I don't mind her in here, I just don't want to trip on her. You know, that's everybody that's got animals like that. You don't want to hurt them. Right, baby? Yeah, I gotta go rinse my hands. And I'm gonna actually put the lid on this and let it cook for just a little while. I'll come in, check it every once in a while, and then I'll see where to go from there. Bye-bye. Alright, I'm back. This is what that straining went into. Fat's nice and hardened on top. I got another bowl here. I saved it. Had fat in it from before. That way I can not make a mess. And I'll just want to try to get as much of this fat off as I can without that little bit of jelly that's in there. Whoop, sorry. See that? So I want to try to... Actually, it doesn't really look like it's that much, to be honest. Yeah, that's not really that much. So I guess what I'll do is... Watch out, pork. Sophia, come on, baby, you gotta move. Sophia, come on. Thank you. I'm just going to keep this here, so hopefully it doesn't... Just take that little bit. There we go. Because there's really not that much in there. And then just, like I said, get that jelly out of there, because that's, and I mean, if a little fat goes in there, it's not a big deal. And make sure you let your fat cool down, so you can throw it in your garbage instead of, don't put it in your sink. Now everybody's different, but you know, way back when, I was taught to put on the hot water and dump your fat down your drain. So they not do that no more. Yep. Let's see this. Well, there's a little bit more. There's a lot of flavor in there, so I like to keep it. I just don't want all this fat on it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. There we go. Now, I guess I can put this right in with that. There we go. Oh, look at that. There's still a smidge in there. I guess that's all flavor right there. I know a lot of people say fat is, but there's a little bit, yes. A shit ton of it, no. There we go. And that's got to get washed. Now I'm just going to stir this in. Like that. Put my lid back on for just a couple minutes. Let that all meld together. And we're going to give it a try. See how close we are to it being done. Watch out, pork. Thanks, baby. And I'll be back in a couple minutes. Okay, I'm back. Tried it. All it needs is a smidge more sugar, a little bit of garlic, and of course, in order to make it chili, was waiting a little more time. I know I put some in the meat, but gonna put I'm not very good at this part. A little bit more chili powder. And like I said, I don't measure anything, I just keep tasting it. So I will cook something 100 times and 99 times out of 100 it'll be different. It'll never be the exact same. That's all we do. I'm gonna give this a couple more minutes and I'm gonna test it again. And I'm gonna take care of the mess that's sitting all around here. So I'll be back. Alright, this is cooked down where I want it to, the flavor of it. So I am going to put the rest of my beans in there. This is down as low as it can go. And see if I need any more tomato sauce. And if not, I'm just gonna long enough for the beans to heat through. And like I said, I'm putting the liquid and everything in there because these were bagged dry beans. So That's not salt and sugar they were packed in. That's just plain water from when we rehydrated them. So I'm just going to give this a mix. And I'm going to try to, because I want to see how long, because I'm not 100% sure the beans are where I want them to be. So just make sure so we don't have hard beans or soft, squishy beans. There we go. And I really don't care what the difference between chili and chili con carne is. I know the difference, but I'm calling it chili. Oops. Let's see. I have black and kidney beans in here. Okay. No, I just want that to heat through because my beans are right where I want them to be. So I'm gonna make sure this is even. Clean up my mess, start my dishwasher because the kitchen's a mess. And I'm gonna call it a night. Please like, subscribe, and share. Everybody, stay safe, stay happy, and enjoy life. Bye-bye.